Hey, no. I'm fishing this point. Oh, we'll catch him.
Maybe we can figure.
All right. All right, here we are, right before lines in the 2023 Classic. Top 25 anglers for the year, competing today and tomorrow in Beaver Lake. We're starting at Montenay. It's frankly it's closest to my house, and I know it okay, so that's why we're starting here. It's going to be a little overcast start today. Hope to get them on top water. Plans to fish top water as much as I can, and then when that runs out, probably start fishing a little bit deeper. But we're gonna stay on top for quite a while today. Try to keep moving. Just pick off some random fish. They're really scattered. There's shad everywhere. There's shad in the main lake, back pockets, halfway back, deep, shallow. So it's really, well, one just jumped right there. There's really no rhyme or reason, I don't think. So it's going to be a cover water kind of day. So let's go fishing. Started off my day fishing some docks and some cover. Probably should have started on the main lake based on what happened later, but got started here with a small one on a whopper plopper. Noticed he hit it right as after I paused, so probably triggered a follower there. We're not catching much. Working my way outside the creek. Finally got to the point that I really wanted to fish. Figured there'd be some schoolers or fish suspended there, so got out there. Pretty calm, but I was seeing some surface activity, so just thought I'd throw a spook. This topwater I'm throwing is probably a little different than what most would. It's noisy, it's loud, it's a one knocker, and even though it's still in calm out there, a lot of people won't throw these unless it's windy, but I think it helps kind of activate the fish sometimes, and I think on this day that's what happened. So I was fishing this point. You can see this boat coming out of Montenay, kind of circled around. You can see it pulled up on the point there on my left, and it's pretty obvious he knew he wasn't supposed to be there because he did everything he could not to look my direction. But he started throwing right into where I was throwing, and that was going to be a problem. Hey, no. I'm fishing this point.
I'm 200 yards.
You're heading right into where I'm fishing. You in a tournament? Which tournament are you in? Yeah, but you're throwing into here. You're 200 feet, but you're throwing into here. That's all right. I'm in a tournament too. Well, he was trying to say that he was staying, keeping his boat away from me, but what he was doing is he was over there, but throwing right into the same area I was in, so that was going to cause a problem. I will say it didn't hurt my feelings that on this cast that he could see, I did wind up catching another fish. Got a little careless dealing with this fish. Normally I put him in the bottom of the boat so it would jump out, but lost that one off the board. Would have been about a
That's what I get.
14. That's going to wind up costing me later in the day. So lesson learned.
Did you catch them all? I've got two. Hey, they are schooling right through here, and I cannot get them to hit anything. So
Oh, we'll catch them.
maybe we can figure it out together here. I have thrown 2 top waters. There's right here. Spinnerbait, crankbait, chatterbait. I cannot catch them, but yeah, they're in here. If you can figure it out, maybe we can.
Well, I've caught 3. I lost 1 off the board.
Oh, no.
I've caught them all on a spook.
Yours been on spook. I caught 2 pretty good ones early on a whopper plopper.
Mine are small, so
Good as in 15s.
well, still mine are small compared to that. The one I lost off the board is probably a 14, which I hate that, but
There are 18 pluses in here. I've seen them.
you know, the really cool thing about kayak fishing is just, you know, this type of deal. Josh and I are competing, but we ran across each other on the water, and you know, we just want to catch fish, so traded some info. Kind of just like to get a limit, and then I can relax and feel like, okay, I'm gonna. You know, what we're seeing here really is like all over the lake. Fish are just scattered, not really in large schools. So trying to throw this one knocker spook just to kind of pull them from a long distance, and in some ways you're just kind of blind casting, hoping to get lucky. Oh, son of a gun. That was a decent one.
Sounded like it.
Scared the crap out of me. Continued to kind of hang out in this area. There was fish activity, and came down to just watching for individual fish that pop up and try to cast to them. If you get there quick enough, they would bite it, you know, almost immediately. I really did a bad job with this photo. Not sure if that would have counted long term. I'm glad I could replace that fish. So, always a reminder: check your lens for your photos. Unfortunately, this was just a little guy, not even worth measuring. Caught 2 or 3 more that were small, and finally moved on to where I'd meant to get a lot earlier. I'd fished some more steeper um, timber areas. So that's where I headed next. Kind of wish I'd made it over here earlier. It was a priority, and just took too long to get over here, and really was getting to the end of the window for topwater. Finally hooked one that felt like was going to make a difference. I really had nothing but really small ones. Caught this, I think, on my second or third cast along this bluff wall, and really encouraged me. Here's another opportunity, just kind of being ready, looking around. Had one bust over there, made a really good cast. Generally want to cast 2 or 3 feet beyond where they come up, and then just pull your spook over that. Uh, that really seemed to work all day if I was close enough to be there at the right time. Fish were getting less and less active, so switched over to a jig, hoping I could get a bite or two with that as I worked down this wall. I actually got bit a couple of times before I felt like um, I finally took the jig to where I could set the hook. Well, this boat pulled up crappie fish, kind of got in front of me, so just kind of cruising down the lake, drinking some coffee, and I was just going to get around them, but I should have been more careful. I hit a tree just dead center, and I could tell right off the bat my drive was messed up. It wasn't able to pedal it very well. And sure enough, I bent both shafts. Couldn't really put it in reverse. Couldn't really go very fast. So that was going to be something I had to deal with the rest of the day. Really pays off to pay attention. I was going down the lake, saw a boat sitting out here in the middle of nowhere, and after he left, I kind of went over and checked it out and found some big rocks underwater and some bass, and I was able to pick one off with the old shaky head. It was a little better than what I'd been catching that day, so fished it for quite a while. It was the only one I could get to bite, but I appreciate that boater for showing me where something was at. Spent the rest of the day fishing, backs of pockets, fishing deep, some deep structure. Never really could figure anything else out, but moved on to day 2. Camera didn't work on day 2 for me, but caught 64.5, mainly on Carolina rig, up around Rocky Branch, and overall, was a fairly successful tournament. Placed 5th. Wish I could have got in the top 3, but it was a good end to the year. So looking forward to next year, and appreciate everybody watching.